Welcome back. You're still watching Flourishing Hub here at Church of Uganda Family TV, and today it has been a very, very great day. Just before we went for the break, I was telling you how you can really do learn to smear yourself better so that we do not see wrinkles in the next few years of you. So I think, by the way, it is not my information, it is information from an expert, so you can say it is certified. Yes, today I'm joined with Robert MUTYABA. He is a Meridian therapist, and he is the one taking us through this whole discussion, but majorly on how to stay consistent, on how to stay motivated, on how never to give up in life, majorly for the young people, because this is what we entirely do at Flourishing Hub here. Now, Mr. Robert, I want you to take us through what it means, or what it meant to you to stay consistent in your business, in what you're doing now. Because first I understand it is not done by so many. It is not done by so many. So it means you entered something that is not being done by many. Maybe somehow you could want to give up, but what made you stay up the game?
Obviously, I'm not doing one job, so that's already something enough that could say, okay, if I didn't make some money here, I still have somewhere to survive. That was one thing. But if you set up a goal, because I'm giving away most of the stuff that I'm doing, I'll keep very few. Okay, you set up a goal and a target. I think you always gonna persevere and keep on. Yes.
Okay. And then you talk of not having one opportunity. We have seen so many people. Actually, I can say I even have a testimony to some of them. They want to do so many things, but in the end, you find they failed to achieve even one.
Because when you do a lot, that's why I'm saying I'm wanting to shed away others already. It is very important that you have a focus. You know, if you have there's a glass that we used to get, and you put it under the sun, then we focus it, and then you could burn the paper, because all the energy is focused on one point. So there's too much heat there. You see, so keeping focus always. Like before, when you were growing up, you could find a person go to to Kalema, the tailor. So everybody knows Kalema, the what? The tailor. So if you are known for something, I think you can you can succeed in it. But though it takes too much time for you to make an impact, that's where people get frustrated with one.
Okay. Yeah. So it is important to make sure you have one center focus.
Yeah, and then you give it all.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes also people rush for responsibilities. You know, you won't go to study more if you have 2 kids. Then they need to eat, and you got a wife and stuff like that. But if you could wait a little, people say, hey, why don't you get married or whatever? But yes, you are going to get married. But if you have a better standard, I think you can have a better marriage, right?
Yes.
So if you could if you could say, hold on for bigger responsibilities, such that you allow room for your self-development. I use that tactic, and then it worked for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how has Meridian therapy helped you? Let us first leave the business side of it.
Yeah.
It's Meridian therapy, it as a whole. How has it helped you?
Right now, as I'm sitting at 51, I don't have sugar diabetes. I don't have any organ problem. I'm just as any other person. No blood pressure, no nothing.
Wow.
So it's just a benefit is more than what you can invest in it. Even if you're paying money, it's too cheap. If they told you need a kidney, that's when you know. Or your prostate has got a problem. That's when you know that things are not a joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for the business side of it?
Of course, every business gives a reward. Even if you're selling water.
Yes.
You know, we can say water is everywhere, but those who sell water, they make millions of money. So you always have get a reward, because you can't do something without a profit. Yes.
Okay, I wanted, I remember asking about the saloon, massage and all that.
Yeah.
How advisable is it to go for these all to go for the expats?
Of course, it's people's businesses, but remember, I had a story. There's one, really, he was even a doctor. He told me he's paralyzed because they touched a nerve which is not supposed to be touched. You understand? If you, for some people who have got a chance to be out of the country, you go to, say, to Europe or South Africa or those America, even in Asia, South Korea and stuff like that. If there's an accident, you are not allowed to touch a person. Even if your wife is sick inside the house, you're not supposed to touch that person. As long as it goes into a certain situation, you call the paramedics because they know how to handle this person. So a saloon person who went from did senior 4, then he came, start like this. They really don't know how the human body is working. You know, for an example, if I come here and they hold here, okay, I'm in the human's womb. So now, how well does this person knows this meridian? What does it control?
I don't think they know.
You see? So that's why I'm saying bamukubya awabi, awabi wewa. Basambira buto. You know? So that's what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
these saloon people, they should at least get time, go and study. Yes, you can always achieve it. Yeah.
And that's the importance, I think, of specializing.
Yes.
Because I think you mentioned that you went on to get a certificate, an education background for what you're doing.
Yes.
Yes. So
You get training now. Some things are practical. You know, Meridian therapy, say, is a practical course. You go and you can learn, you can know where is what. A human body is not a technological machine. It is fixed and it was created once, and that's the way it is. So you can learn where is what. And then you can know how to handle. You understand? You are not a doctor, remember. You are an expert in something. You specialize in doing that. A doctor can work on these virus issues, those bacterial infections and all that stuff. But then you know, like a doctor who helps these people who footballers. He knows about meridians. He comes and after they kick the guy, he touches somewhere, and then the guy goes back and plays. Yes. Because he knows where to touch and what to do and why. Yes.
Very important information indeed. And now for the motivation side of it, how you got a niche of starting this, going for Meridian therapy, and there is a lot of misconception among the youth, majorly, to start different things. Okay, very different things. What they know is I'm going to study, I'm going to go look for a job, and then I'm going to start working. How do you motivate someone who doesn't have such a mentality? For them, all they want is they want to go and study, get jobs, aside of creating their own.
Okay, I'll just make it, it's going to be a little bit technical. When there's two things, there's knowing, having knowledge about money, and there's understanding what is money. It's two things. Okay? If you understand what is money, you'll even say, why do I go to school? Because at the end of the day, you go to school to do what? To get money. But they tell us, you go to school, this. You go to school for money. But then you have to get a paper, which is a degree, which you are supposed to turn into money. But if you have an understanding of what is money and how to get money, that when I acquire education from the school, because you can't say education is not a good thing, if you acquire the education, then you have to know how, because you have got an understanding of what is money. Even if I don't go to that job owner, I'll still make the money. Because why? Money is money. What does my dad do? What does your father do? What was he doing? If I may ask. Like, if I may ask you.
He's self-employed.
But focusing in what? Is a trader?
He's a farmer.
He's a farmer. Okay. If he was a farmer, why don't you be with your father every time? Because you're already employed. So, employment is already in abundance. It's in abundance. Because don't believe somebody taught you how to speak your native language. you learn it automatically. So the skills are there. But because you don't know what is money, then you think it is over there. You leave this one and go over there. Does it make sense now?
It does make sense. Wow, very interesting. We leave the money where it is. And then it's like going in a wrong hunting zone.
Definitely. Because if your father is a farmer, by now, if we say you had cows, and then you would know, you would just look at a cow and you know, this cow is this cow is that. And when you acquire education, instead of milking the cow and take the milk out of, around the village, you would be going to study how to make cheese out of the milk. Then you add value to the milk that you make. Instead of selling 1 pint, maybe 2,000, you sell it 10,000. That's 1 liter, right? 1 liter of milk. You understand?
Yes.
End of the day, you have added value. So your son will know, okay, the cows, we have thousands and thousands because you have added also. And then he will say, no, we need to make shoes because this hide we are giving away. No. Let me go and start out to make a good leather out of this. Then you have a shoe company. Do you have employment? Thank you.
This is very interesting. Okay, but we do not get this information. Where should we get that information? It is not in schools.
Definitely. Money making is not there. You have to be knowledge seeker.
Okay.
You have to, you know, me when I was in primary school, I went Katwenu, I wanted to eat rice. But you have to wait for the preacher. Then we waited. But the guy said a statement that I kept, and he has kept me up to now. I don't know whether I can ever find that guy. He said, we ask God for money. How many of you people here ask God for knowledge on how to keep the money? The understanding of how to keep money. Because 7 billion people are looking for the money that you have. They will kill you, they will rob it, they will do anything, they will come lie to you and all that stuff. But how do you get the knowledge to keep the money? You can't find that in school. So I studied and looked for information myself to understand how to keep money.
What's the importance of self-reflection in this? Like, I think that there is a way you have to look for yourself, for what you're good at.
Yes.
And then
after knowing your goals and your purpose in life, then you have to find knowledge and understanding on what that focus that you are aiming at. Try to go and read books, find people who are motivational speakers. You pay for consultation to run a successful business. I had to pay consultation for 2 years in South Africa. I used to go 2 hours they gave me every 2 weeks. I have to go for lessons to understand how to run a successful business. You know, I might not be the richest man, but at the level that I grew up without any background, I think I made something out of my life. You understand? Because I did seek for knowledge and understanding. Yeah.
What's the importance of sacrifice in success?
Without sacrifice, you can't succeed. You know, when I was leaving Uganda, my brother said, "Hey man, you are making it now. You are leaving. You are selling everything. Are you crazy?" I'm sacrificing what I have got. Okay, you sacrifice in a disco not to go waste money. You know, when you go to a club, you're gonna drink, do this. You sacrifice that, and you lose a lot of friends because you totovako. You understand? So when I left and went, it was sacrifice because I'm going where I don't know. You understand? So if you can't want to get pain, forget success.
Okay. What advice do you have for a young person out there who is at the verge of giving up on something they had started?
If you could go and read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, there's some people who are digging for gold. And then the guy had even gotten capital from the village, but he gave up. He sold the stuff to a junk for very small money. The junk went and brought an expert to check whether there is really gold there. They said, no, there's too much gold there. Actually, it is 1 meter. after this where you are. It's just 1 meter. So that guy gave up 1 meter. And if you look at God, God is not a stupid God. You're not just going to ask him and just give you. You want to see, how do you trust? What is the purpose? Have you learned how to understand your purpose? He will make you suffer a little bit. And after understanding that this guy is really focused, whatever, he will open up. So keep going.
Okay. Very interesting. I think now let us now shift back to Meridian therapy.
Yeah.
Where are you working? Where you are? Where you stationed? Yes.
Okay. As I said in the beginning, I'm at Common Lens Inn Hotel. It's a hotel that you have an operating center. It's called the Common Lens Therapy because we don't want to shift. Otherwise, the address will be, So it's Common Lens Therapy because you have a long contract there to work. And then that's where we specialize and where we are on Tebe Road in Uganda here. Yeah.
What do you do? What are those services you offer?
First of all, we do check a person, obviously. We don't want to work with a person that we don't know what is his problem. And then we advise, because with the therapy, you need supplements to clean up. You can't just have a brush without soap and all those other things. So we do sell supplements and we do the Meridian therapy.
Okay.
Yeah. But remember, we don't, mostly the people who are moving, they say, we have already. So we are looking for that person who is got stroke, who's got pain, who is paralyzed. Those people are more our friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say I can come when I have wrinkles and move away without them.
You bring a woman who's gone for wedding, stand there, or any woman with wrinkles, stand there within 1 hour.
Will they be gone for good?
You have to maintain.
Okay.
You have to maintain. You have to keep. There's other things that you use, but for the first time it will be gone, so you maintain. Yes.
Okay. Very interesting. And there's a challenge. You did mention you have to first test. I know somewhere you just go and lie down, they start working on it. Is it bad?
But okay, for me, my machine, when I'm working on you, my machine will tell me that you have this issue.
Okay.
But how do you feel when we navigate through together to make you understand what is your body, how's, say, your blood? When you look at your vascular system, we have the blood itself, we have blood viscosity, we have cholesterol, blood fat, blood resistance, vascular elasticity, you understand? And then myocardial blood demand. So all that is to do with the blood, and there's other sections that haven't gone. Okay? Then if you understand that, I've got cholesterol here, and I've got blood fat, and my elasticity is broken, do you see now you have a purpose on why you want to fix? Because you have got an understanding. So let me keep this, people go with it today. Understanding. People have been beating each other because there's no understanding. People have failed to work with others because they don't understand. You understand? So if you have an understanding, you're always gonna follow because you have an understanding. Yeah.
Very interesting. Maybe as we wind up, you can give us your last words, but also tell us where to find you. If you need be, you can also share your contact.
My last words is you have to have a purpose in life. Set your goals. Don't compromise for less, because Father Grimes told me, you can go to Kamuli College. I'll give you school fees there. I went back and told him that is substandard. I want to be here. And he gave me a school there for free. You understand? So set your goals. Don't give up. If you want to live long, look after yourself. Look after yourself, because in hospital they will treat signs and symptoms, not the cause. So if you fix the cause, you'll never have a problem. Yes.
Very interesting. This is Mr. Robert MUTYABA, who is a Meridian therapist, and I think you have understood who a Meridian therapist is. It has been a very, very interesting discussion, but most importantly, you need to take care of those wrinkles. Take care of them, because really it is challenging to find a young person with wrinkles. He is 51 and you cannot believe that. So anyways, I want to thank you so much that you have joined us today, and we hope this has been very, very, very fruitful. My name is Luke Majumba Alnaitwe, and Brinko Ategeka has been doing as well on the cameras. I want to wish you a lovely weekend.